Well, hello, my name is Tyler Stenson. I'm a singer-songwriter from Portland, Oregon, Nashville, Tennessee. Portland's home. Nashville is the place you go to make it all happen. Uh, I'm being pretty blatant about it, but I'm making these videos to promote my new album, Bittersweet Parade. Here it is here. It's 11 tracks. There's the full thing there. And yeah, I'm making these videos. I'm talking about each song individually. Because to me lyrics are the most important thing, and I really want people to get an inside scoop on what happens kind of behind the scenes and what goes into these songs, other than the album you hear finished and polished at the end. So I'm going to talk about track number 4. It's called Great Man's Funeral, and it's 4 minutes and 4 seconds, and the title of this album comes from this song. The line is, "It's a great man's funeral and his passing is one bittersweet parade." So that's where that comes from. I somewhat hesitate to tell the meaning behind this song because the beauty of music is people draw their own interpretations from it. But this song, it's not about a person's death. A lot of people would attribute it to a great man in my life, a grandpa or a father or a brother, or just a great man, because the song is about a mentor, somebody who taught me the world and how I am exponentially better for having met this person. But the funny thing is about this song that it's not about a person, it's about a thing. I'll show you here. But if you haven't heard of it, there was this, at one time in life, a wallet company called DB Clay. They were the duct tape wallet company in Portland. These are the wallets now, and I'm proud to say my brother started it. Proud to say I was one of the founders and one of the soldiers for the company. But with the rest of the economy, DB Clay suffered and eventually crashed and burned and fell. May it rest in peace. But the great man in this story is DB Clay, the wallet company, and so it's a great man's funeral, and his passing is one bittersweet parade. The entire song, this is my writing book here, and I know you can't read it, but just to show you kind of some of the drafts there. This one, this was a fun song to write because it's been in the making since October of 2008, even though it's now on the record and being released in January of 2010. But this chord progression from this song actually came from another song on the album called Blush. I'll go into that later, but Blush took me 6 years to write, and I was never happy with it, and so I switched the guitar and I started playing this faster rhythm, and I ended up not liking it for the song Blush, and so I abandoned it, and I went back to the Blush. But what came from it is the guitar part for Great Man's Funeral. And the entire song is about having known this person and having given all I have within it, and just being a bag of bones after it. And it's about the struggles, and it's about being a better man for having met this person. I think my favorite part of the song is the beginning and the end, where it says, "There's only one thing certain in this life. If you breathe, one day you'll die. And with any luck, they'll show up in a line, making sure that your memory is soaked in wine." I really like that line because it's about the farewell party. We did a Halloween last hurrah in 2008, where all walks of life, all sorts of friends came and just soaked the memory of DB Clay in wine. And so that's probably my favorite part of the song. I also wanted to talk about the verse that says, "I'm a better man for bleeding almost dry, and my bag of bones is a medal of that pride." I like that part because I was in Italy earlier in the summer while I was writing this song, and at the Sistine Chapel, the very last thing that Michelangelo painted was, rather than signing his picture on the mural, he painted how he felt at the end of it all. and and so you see this big strong man holding this bag of bones, like a little shriveled old man, gray skin, literally what looked to be a bag of bones, a waste of a human kind of. So that's how Michelangelo felt after painting 4 years on end to finish the Sistine Chapel. And so we pretty much gave our all with DB clay, and worked tirelessly and burnt some midnight hours and burnt some bridges with some friends because we were workaholics at the time and whatnot. And so I'm a better man for bleeding almost dry, and my bag of bones is a medal of that pride. It's inspired by Michelangelo, I suppose you could say. So this song, Great Man's Funeral, take it for what you will. I hope it does apply to something in your life. But the literal translation is for it's an homage for my brother's thing that he had going and put his whole life into. And so Great Man's Funeral and his passing is one bittersweet parade, the namesake of the album. So enjoy track number 4, Great Man's Funeral. It's got a gritty slide guitar by Birger Olsen. It's got Scott Fisher playing some more of that sweet organ. It's got that shuffle beat on the drums that Josh Stewart offered up. And so it's kind of the upbeat song, even though it's about a funeral. It is truly a bittersweet parade, the upbeat song talking about a funeral. So please enjoy.